So in the beginning of this film, we mark a man named is shown a man who Russian has come to meet gangster as soon as he comes. He is full of money that man gives and asks him that my luggage where is this gangster key to a car by giving it that your luggage of the car the routes in the trunk picked up the key and he went from there before he went from there the whole cum was run where he this bitter came to meet the gangster a suitcase he got in dicky after lifting the scene gets cut from here. And we are now to the main character then of the movie. Let's see them with your wife today. It is learned that his wife is pregnant. He was very happy to hear today. Christmas was also both these airport jobs. That is why both of them used to work together. Airports leave today due to Christmas. Pay was going to be quite rash because was in the security sector. That's why first they are briefed that today how do they have to handle all this. After that goes to the udder and talks to his poster. Now I want promotion. People on boarding don't want to check me luggage. Scambahus was refusing him because today any change is fine. It was not, but his friend Jason here help him and ask the boss and changes its duty so that then finally got the job of scanning the bag. Now the scene cut us an RV is shown in which Rayleigh is famous. A man also kidnapped a man was and he was here only in a few minutes. All the cameras of the airports are also hacked. Takes it to see that this man is family at home's friend. Jason's house sent a man to kidnap. He is now in his mobile when the original airport CCTV camera footage if you see it. It is surprised because now the udder was sitting in place of Jason. I did not know that I was coming. Clearly these people were some criminal and criminal was going to activate and his purpose to carry out first were he her family to blackmail Jason. Kidnap was done now. Instead of them this hacker had to find out the family's family remove all the biodata of the udder in the same minute takes. He knows that the family of the udder I am none other than his wife. That is why they have their men's home in the house. Sends to search and present there. They know this from a report that the wife of the udder is pregnant and he is now using the matter as a weakness of the udder. Here the airport was seen that someone this goods were brought to the udder. Seeing this, the udder said that this stuff is not mine, but then a message came on his mobile in which it was written that these earphones in your ear. Put it shocked and he picked up the earphone airbait put in his ear. A man starts talking to the udder as soon as he applied and tells him if you and your own wife's life is sweet, as I say I am the same, understand his words when I was not coming. The man said to you do not do much in a while. One of my guys wearing a red hat a suitcase will bring you just a scan after doing it to pass quietly. If you do this without saying anything understand you and your wife's life escape. Someone went to the udder. That's why that man this assures the udder that it is above the udder. They are also keeping an eye on it. They also know is that where is the wife of this time udder because all this research was done by Riley. Was given a little fear after hearing all this goes and the phone under the dusk police starts bringing calls, but these people were completely watched over. The udder people see and say calls from udder cut. The police don't tell anything or else understand you will be bad or not believe it. But at this time one of my men of your wife a rifle donor on your head has a single one. Even the mistake will take his life. Until that man police was also talking to udder had done it, but thanks to the police did not tell and cut the call. After that man understood that it is going to run and his mobile locker from udder. I lock this man. So much questions. Do you be a terrorist? Man did not reply. I am not a terrorist. Whom someone has told me to do one thing. It questioned him very thoughtfully. What is in that suitcase? In response man said no need to know you and even if you know you keep your mouth shut. If the suitcase plane did not reach or opened it so understand you and your wife killed. He tells him that I am sitting here now. If you guys were here, what then doing? Jason to do this work too would have been prepared because Jason's family also we have been kidnapped and means these people came with full planning. The fuel now another intelligence tries to show and near himself. It writes messages in the present. Smart view. Rayleigh was also seen out of the airport CCTV camera was sitting in the forest. He was hacked to that man. He tells the man talking to the udder you say to the udder you are making mistakes again and again. Ho I will not give you so much opportunity and now keep this smart watch in the locker to come. The UD was and also understood that he now the scene will not be able to do anything. While sitting we look at Elena, a police officer, which has gone to the place where to kill tomorrow. Russian met gangster and after that she used to wake up when she used to do this place. Russian while investigating his watch found near gangster's body. Alana checks this watch inside from them. They got a recording chip. She was burnt but still she goes to her forensic in the department and from them any yes it asks for data of this chip. People are successful in retiring. Data was done but now these people listen to the audio. We were unable to be able to burn. The quality of the audio had deteriorated. Now we look at the udder again that talks to him. The man doing says that in a short time my man is going to come. Until he comes till then both of us talk to him. Herb finds him at the airport around. He has guessed that this man he is not watching. Taking advantage of the issue get up quickly and in front of man giving boarding pass. He got involved, write something above it to this boarding pass. Gave the police, but he did not know that it should be kept on him with CCTV. It was really to see all this and told that man to the policeman too. The whole matter was known before that, all of this to his entire department. I knew that man got up from that policeman. He collides with a plan. He had collided while colliding, inject something that immediately he died when his chair back when he died when he came. He saw the man there. He was not in place. Immediately he ran and finally he sees that man in the crowd. Even before the crowd went to the police here, he would accumulate more policemen's hand by taking boarding pass on. Seeing the face goes away from there. We know this man, nobody else, rather it is Marco that started movie. I have also killed Russian gangster come and now sitting near Marco from boarding pass. The other has read it. Was written that after reading it he says to the other, I'm watching you make mistakes again and again. You have been, but I gave this last chance, forgive you to understand the last mistake gave it, but if there was any mistake, I will get your wife killed and it is mine. Do not consider threatening. I will make me come true. Now go quietly sit on your scanner and mine work. As soon as the other goes back to the canner, if you see that Jason back in place of other had sat down because a policeman here, there was a sudden death due to which chaos here. There was a lot of security and tight. That's why the boss returned to Jason her as soon as Marco has made this place. When he came to know, he told the other to do anything but pick up Jason there and sit on your own first, tells the boss. But now the boss explains to him that the condition of security, I am already very different case, cannot be removed from scanner understanding. He took a coffee and coffee mixed with alcohol inside lay placed on Jason's table, and this thing the boss complained to the boss. As soon as Jason he saw alcohol coffee on the table of immediately expelled from the job. However, trying to tell this by giving this to Gijita was doing that this coffee is not mine. Now showed us to the police officer after being seen, goes to that recording again and again. Listen to a poison. This poison was so dangerous that where it falls everything around the surroundings goes there. Now the airport scene is destroyed here, shown where the other to trap Jason after taking his seat again, and now the time had also come when Marco's man back. Marco reached for scanning on, saying that the other scanned her and the UD. It is known that very dangerous inside it weapon is what this weapon can do. There was not much knowledge about, but UD had understood that this weapon definitely the entire plane can destroy. That it is known that this plane there was the same poison inside which Alana was doing research a while ago. Payton should be so bad here due to tension was gone that she started to get a washroom. I came to see him to kill, and here too he threatened to make anyone intelligent, no need or else you kill. Go will stop it from behind and says, is the plane in which you take that weapon there are 2,000 people in it. That self-reply replied, if he did not go on the plane it will be run here, and here there are 60,000 people. You have to decide, you have to save 2,000 people or 700. Was troubled by utter, and he asked you, why do you want to kill people? In response Mark said, I don't want to kill anyone, I am just doing my duty. And let me do that scene again. Towards the Lanner shifts that one of his companions come. It tells that now a utter name from the airport, the man of the police called the police also received the call, but then the utter is nothing said. A short time after a police there the officer died suddenly, i.e. something there. Alana is definitely disturbed to the airport. It was taking some time to reach. This is why he sent the second force to the first, and they went and closed all checking lines. Thanks to the closure of checking lines, the boss also gathered then and investigation of all suspended people here. The utter started to run now, and quickly take the scanner of your boss in it. The man of Marco also put the name of whose he had scanned the bag correctly after he came out. When he came out Marco saw that the police officer himself taking another room to another room. He asked the UD, but the utter instead of giving any answer, Yaha, I am sorry, now I'm not with you. He can give this to the airport with ear removed, and immediately going from his wife Mariah. He wanted to save his wife, but then he saw his wife's head. Pay was a laser, which meant someone. The gun is standing up and knows that he knew that if he disturbed anything, his wife she will be killed. Silently in the bathroom again, Gaia he was panic, and behind him now Marco also came to Marco here to save yourself. Electric guns took out on the routes when the taunt was standing. Marco said you improved, you did not make a lot of mistakes, and it you will see the result yourself, saying that he said that activated the bomb that was in that bag and said only 2,000 people had to die first. Now 60,000 people showed it by saying this bomb destroyed this entire place within 10 minutes. Marco Neb told him that if you want to save People then quickly go to the suitcase and go there. I will tell you how to deactivate this bomb. Mark is done while running now, came to the security room where the bag was being checked by the other. He lost up to do anything to his boss. He was being hesitant, but here is another man quickly lifted a pen and the boss of the other stabs around the neck and kills her. Seeing this, the other got so angry that he caught the man and asked why after all you killed the boy. Beyond the boy reply, my brother was kidnapped by them, has done, and if I did not do all this so they will kill him. Now the UD contact with and asked him that this bomb how to deactivate according to this bomb to this machine decorated but very bomb blast in last time a few seconds were left. We had to take away the distance. Let's see early with a federal agent. It was moving towards the airport when it was one of his agents got a call and he told that federal agent sitting with you at this time, is it not real? He was sent to others. The real federal agent is now our police. Alana got scared to hear this, and hearing this, he did a gunpoint over another man. The man also increased the speed of the car, tried to get this car an accident. That man successful in getting an accident also happened, and both of them in this affair. This man was not wanting a bad injury. Accident reached Elena airport when the scene was shown to us. Then the man Elena was still strangling Elena, her throat free from her hands, and then shooting him with his gun. It comes out here but his suitcase near the plane's time here we were taking that. We see that Marco now contacted the man who taking that back with the other till the time he said to this man, now he his last work was the last task was to kill the other. On hearing this, he gun over the other from behind, put the point but thank you that one in front. The other in the glass saw all this and upside down attack on it. Dia gave the fight going on here and in all this, he repeatedly shot the other, tried but a back of a bullet back. He himself was killed due to walking, taking advantage of the other. Immediately took mobile and call your wife, tried but his wife to be busy because of the reason she does not pick up the phone now to her wife, leaving your friend and tells you is that his wife's life is in danger, and this going a message to his friend showed his wife. On seeing this, Nora again and again husband was calling but his phone was calling, so we see at the right time in the locker that Alana had also reached the airport. Now he sees the entire airport as soon as Carco has now come to Marco here was, and he shoots the other as soon as he comes, but despite being shot, the other was running away because the bullet was just in his town here. Marco told the UD, I will leave, just give me my suitcase. Seeing this, the other came down and he got the suitcase big. He was handed over to the children comfortably. Got that. Alana also asked the address of the other, asking the car reached Alana till when the other reached the other it started running outwards while going, told that my wife's life is in danger, I'm going to save her. And before leaving he also told him all the Julia of the routes. Dia was now seen here that Nura ran away. The parking area had come and now Riley had also arrived here to kill because he had hacked everyone's mobiles, and he came to know that the UD have told the truth before Nura. The other comes from behind. Now Riley was going to shoot, but before that he gave us the sound of gun discount, and Haley fell to see that the man was seen who was going to the plane with a suitcase. Riley, who died of his brother, was kept captive and the other was killed by seeing that man that this is definitely the brother of the same boy who blackmail was killing his work. And now the other told him all the truth that your brother's to save you. He has given his life to hear that he is very. The issue is still not solved there. We're still a utter to Marco had to stop, like he had to stop somehow. That do not sit in Marco plane, but now enough, it was late because Marco was in the plane. We had sat here that we came to know that the utter a good job was also done by Marco's suitcase. Put a new scanning sticker above it was so that they track that number so he knows where Marco at this time. Pay is when that suitcase was scanned. Thanks to know that in Marco plane he has reached his wife. Quickly say go inside the airline department and do not stop that plane from being taken off. I will go quickly and stop the UD if the plane does not take off. Then marks that bomb. I will get him blasted there. I know that I can defuse. Nara also tells the same immediately and tells Alana, which is preventing that plane from getting off. Let that plane be taken off if the plane does not take off. Mar was to the bomb will activate, but plane has been taunted. I know how to deactivate the bomb. He will handle it before got that utensils also timely. Plane cargo. I had reached the plane also took off was and now open the other. By opening the other was trying to defuse. He opened that suitcase to Marco. The news was done and he knew that definitely of the plane inside. The other has come to save your mission. Marco also comes inside the cargo. Marco now stopped the other as soon as he came here. The bullet fired on him for this time paw on the paw of the other, and then his bag proceeded to take this time freezer. I was as soon as he opened that Bag there was no chemical inside the saw bomb, see everything is destroyed by chemical got that chemical in the hand of this time utter the pilot was also here due to the sound of firing it is known that some such people inside the plane are those who have weapons. So he again told the plane towards the airport and the utter here stood up a cunning from he pushed Marco inside the freezer dia and chemical also thrown inside the freezer taxed he closed the freezer, chemical there but this chemical exploded the completion of Meko the whole blood was made happy in a single minute and he died there and the mission of such a utter he became successful for the entire 2,000 people save the cast as soon as the plane was raised many police had come to this plane along with the police. Alana also catch the utter was taken but Elena knew all the truth that thanks have saved everyone here she tells to leave and go to the east first you meet your wife's last I find out that Marco is a Russian doing all this work to kill the officer was, but now everyone's life was saved. That's why everyone celebrates Christmas and the story ends here.